Hello, this is Jack Billups, and this is going to be my communication literacy assignment. And this is the data we were given. Basically, we have treatment plans, Roundup Max, Roundup plus ammonium sulfate, Liberty, Liberty plus ammonium sulfate, Ingenia, and Ingenia plus Roundup Max. And then it gives you some of the percentage rates, and a grade after. That's what you see with the B, the A, and the C, and those are to be taken by each column individually. And this is kind of some of the things that I noticed, the 3 points that I'm going to be outlining today. First, what I seem to gather is that using a combination of two treatments is better than just using one alone. And another thing that I want to point out is not one treatment is the right solution. Rather, each weed should be looked at accordingly, studied to pick the correct treatment for that weed. And price does play a role when choosing the decision of the per acre cost. However, I noticed that the higher costing treatments have been scoring lower ratings in the individual applications. And this is some more data given. It's Roundup Max, glyphosate, and then it gives you the $4 per acre, Liberty, $13 per acre, Ingenia, $10 an acre, and then the AMS, which is added, $1.70 per acre. And some of these are systemic, contact, systemic, and an enhancement to the herbicides. And all of these are going to be post-emergence. That's what the graph was showing after 21 days. And so here, for my first point of using a dual treatment versus a solo treatment like Roundup and Roundup AMS, you can see that with just Roundup, if you look at the green line in Johnson's grass and the blue line with field sandbar, the first column is showing about around close to 90. And then you have the second one where Roundup AMS was 100% controlled, and Johnson's grass was also increased in percentage control. The same thing goes for Liberty. You can clearly notice that the Liberty plus AMS has a higher percentage than the previous column, Liberty alone, as well as Roundup plus Ingenia. Also, just to note, to point out, even the Roundup plus AMS is not going to work for Palmer Amaranth because it's a glyphosate resistant, and that's basically what's in Roundup. So, and here is to talk about the ratings to further my point. The ratings are given an A through F for each of the 4 applications. The letters are, like I said, only for each column. And when you look at the overall letter grades of the combination treatments versus solo treatments, you're going to see more A ratings, more B and C. There was 1 D rating in the Liberty plus AMS, and that's to be compared to the solo treatments where you have some of the more lower ratings and lowest percent controlled and in these solo treatments. So just taking that data, it's clear to infer that using a combination treatment might be a better option. Roundup, which has the lowest cost, $4 per acre, earns a higher percentage in control than the of the 4 weed categories, except for the glyphosate resistant. Ingenia, costing $10 per acre, scored 0% control in field sandbar and Johnson's grass. And Liberty, the highest costing application, $13 per acre, scored lowest in Johnson's grass, 55%, and field sandbar was 75% controlled. It did, however, Liberty did, however, treat all weeds to some percent, but did not get controlled over 80, so that can be taken into account. And the reason I didn't do the plus treatments, because it wasn't clear whether Roundup plus the AMS, how the cost was going to come out. So I just wanted to look at the individual treatments and make an inference on the cost of the cheapest one compared to the highest one. So those are my 3 points, and thank you for watching.